Can I just make it perfectly plain that I have nothing to do with that decision, OK, over who does what? It is them. So you do know that. Are you happy with that? How are you going to do? I mean, I must say, you come in with that moustache and you don't get made a general, personally. I'd think that's frustrating. And Hugh, of course, I didn't realise you worked at Sandhurst as well. So you've done all that expertise is in there, and you can't use it, which is frustrating, really. Well, we'll see how you work together as a team. That's the main thing. As you guys will be aware, most big battles begin with a skirmish, a smaller scrap, and that's going to happen today. So, guys, what have we got?
Porus, the enemy commander, knows that a big chunk of the Macedonian force has crossed over. So he sends his boy, Porus's son, down 18 miles to the river crossing to either delay you if you're big or destroy you if you're small.
Historically, he went forward, it was a reconnaissance in force, too little to contain you, too much just to observe you. So you should be able, if you're aggressive enough, to see him off and dominate that area.
OK, Eric, Mark, thank you very much indeed. And that's it from our experts as far as you're concerned. The next time you see them, the battle will be over, whichever way it goes. No more information. So, you're on your own. What are you going to do?
I think the first thing we're going to have to try and make them do is dance to our tune. How we do that, I'm not 100% sure yet.
OK, well, that's enough talking, enough looking at maps. It's time to go over the top. OK, captains, take up your posts. Good luck.
OK, master plan. We get those out to start harrying and fix them in position. So basically throw them out in one skirmish line as much as we can. Right, the pikes, can you move the pikes in a supporting position to their right flank of those, and then bring up the cavalry behind the horse archers?
Now, strategists still admire the way Alexander crossed the river the night before the battle, and he could deploy pontoon bridges whenever he needed them, and he had 100 boats for that exact purpose.
What are they doing? Why is it so quiet? Why is nobody shouting?
We don't need to shout yet.
Run about and panic.
He was sending some horse archers out to do a reconnaissance of the enemy.
So what are you two just sitting back?
There's no rush.
Oh, this is terrible. This is so organised.
Ken, the horse archers will be going forwards now to fix the enemy in position.
Hugh,
right.
Get your foot up.
Okay.
The interesting thing about these guys is the way they talk to one another with economy of language, short, to the point, none of this faffing around. If that's all right with you, you get with other teams.
Kieran, can you move your heavy cavalry up behind mine, please?
Yeah, no worries.
Good, and what's actually happening? Talk me through it.
We've got the light cavalry out in front. They've spotted the enemy here, and now they've fixed them in place.
I think using the horse archers as a big screen, as they've done there, makes sound common sense. Not just for reconnaissance, but also to engage them with missile fire, soften up the enemy in front of them, while they conduct all that ballet at the back of deploying their troops in the kind of positions they want.
So the plan is now to send the pike onto this thin line of high ground, while the two heavy cavalry units come down here and hit him in the flank.
Just imagine how embarrassing it's going to be if you lose. I'm just, you know, with all that thinking.
They're handling their cavalry with a really light touch. Porus's son sent up a body of cavalry and they moved off. They didn't offer battle. They're just letting those slow-moving pike formations creak up.
Now, the phalanx is really important in this battle. A big bristling wall of these sarissa pikes, 21 feet long, with razor-sharp points, obviously very frightening to animals like elephants and horses.
Ken, my pikemen are moving quite slowly, so the left flank is moving faster than the right flank. My guys are heavier, okay, so I'm going to be moving more slowly.
Okay, keep them going.
Yeah, right, keep them going now.
Kieran, I couldn't help but notice when I asked at the top, all of you, what you're going to do, you answered. As a captain. I'm wondering if we've got a potential issue here.
No, mission command. I'll do what Ken and Kieran say.
Are you going to be comfortable in that role?
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at those Indian chariots there.
They've lost all those numbers just from missile fire from the horse archers.
That's well done. Well done, the team.
I've got an opportunity here on the left. They've detached their cavalry.
Okay, send our heavy cavalry.
Yeah, Indian light cavalry, they'll mince them.
Send them in.
Right,
on
go
the
for
left.
it. Charge that lot into there.
Going.
Now these are the companion cavalry. They really are the elite of the Macedonian army, and Alexander himself leads them into battle.
Yeah, we're all right. We've got a fight going on at the moment.
Okay.
Right, enemy light cavalry is routing. I will hold in position. Support my cavalry on the left.
Will do.
Okay, what's
Going
happening
up.
on the right, Kieran?
My two bodies of spearmen are in line. They're moving forward. My cavalry have moved over the left flank to support Hugh. What I've got in front of me is a body of cavalry and some archers.
Kieran, can you look at? There's infantry moving over. You can hit them in the flank. Can we get those?
Yep, roger up.
There's one thing we didn't tell them.
What didn't we tell them?
Well, I think the one thing we didn't tell them, perhaps we ought to, is how vulnerable the phalanx is on the flanks, but
I'll figure it out.
they'll,
Figure it out.
they'll discover one way or the
That's
other.
right.
Oh, look over there, that Indian cavalry, that's dangerous.
Have the team seen it?
Reform my cavalry. Just move them out of the way to a solid block.
It looks as though their phalanx has now been flanked, which means they are actually in trouble.
Kieran's
Taking the
flank
flank
now.
This is a mistake, and you can see the phalanx is going to get hit on the flank. As I was saying, that's the weak point. Is an upset. They've learned the hard way.
That's right. And they've managed to reform. And you see, look at Porus's cavalry. They've taken a lot of losses against that phalanx, but they've stopped it dead in its tracks. It was worth the price to Porus.
I think what happened there was they got over enthusiastic on the left, and that carried the whole line forward, leaving the right hanging. And then obviously the Indians took advantage of that.
They have, at comparatively small cost, learned about the peril of leaving their flank hanging, haven't they?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's about it.
They're rushing to tell Porus the bad news.
It's over.
They all quite slow, aren't they? Those phalanxmen.
Come on, captains, leave the battle. That was spectacular. You won, obviously. How did it feel from your side of things?
Good. We'd like to be able to control our own arms, cavalry, infantry.
You just want to be able to control everything. That's the issue there. What was fantastic was the communication. Just that level-headed, right, we'll do this, now we'll do that.
I don't think the team won that engagement at all. I think they lost control of the battle space, they left their flanks wide open, and the result was that they were delayed. They fell for Porus's trick of sending his son out to fight a delaying battle. They need to cover their flanks, they need to control their battle space, otherwise that big army with those big elephants is going to be able to do what it likes instead of what the team wants.